Okay, so to start out, I had blocked out my eyebrows. It's not extremely necessary because I just covered them in black paint anyway, but I just thought it was a bit better for the look. And then I went in with a purple paint to paint my face purple, and as you can see, it's going a really bright purple. That's because I used really crap paints that are from like the pound store, so it doesn't have to be this difficult, but I avoided the eye area and just painted the rest of my face just so I could kind of map out where the black was going to go from my eyes. Nothing too precise, just leaving that bit blank. And yeah, I just painted the whole of my face purple. To create a purple, remember, you can mix paints if you wish, or you can actually go in with a purple lipstick, which you'll see in my upcoming clown video. I used a purple lipstick as a paint in that, and then I set that all down with a purple eyeshadow. But if you're using proper face paints, you won't have this struggle because they will just dry on their own. But I needed to set it down with a purple powder, unfortunately, because the paints were so crap. Then I went in and did a really extreme nose contour because I have the image that aliens have these really thin noses. So I went in with a regular eyeliner brush and used a dark grey shadow and made a straight line where I wanted it to be the most defined. Then I went in with a lighter grey and blended that out, and then I kept going back in with the darker grey, then blending it out and then darkening it up again, and that was just to make sure the edges were blended. But in that middle bit you want it to be really defined, so you don't want to blend the middle bit, just the outer bit, if that makes any sense. You can kind of see what I'm doing right here. Then for the nostrils of the nose, I don't know if this really made much difference to the look, but I made them nice and pointy just using a black gel liner, and I don't know if this really added much to the look that you could tell or not, but I did it anyways. And then for the contour, you will notice at the end I actually wiped off the purple bit down the side of my face because I don't think it added to the shape very well. So aliens, or the image of aliens, are portrayed to have a very narrow chin from the eye downwards, and it's almost like a triangle, so you want to really define your cheek contour and bring it right down to the chin area. And I also took this underneath the chin, so going in with the lighter grey first, I'm using a eye blender brush to apply that and make it quite blended, then going in with a darker grey, which is almost a black, and defining that contour even more. So like I said, you want to make this really defined, and I will wipe that paint from underneath that area at the end. And again, you want to take it right under your chin to make sure it's nice and pointy like an alien face. And then for the eye, I basically just used all black gel eyeliner, and I started mapping it out. And you can map it out with the purple paint if that's going to make it a bit easier for you, but I was feeling brave this day obviously, and I just went in with the black and mapped it out. So you kind of want to make it elongated obviously and pointy at the top and the bottom, but not like straight. You kind of want to make it pointy on the outer of your eyebrow, if that makes sense, and then coming in to a point closer to your nose. So yeah, I just mapped out that shape. You can use a picture of this for reference when you're trying to do this if you're going to attempt it. And then I drew these circles to map out where I'm going to have the highlighted areas, because you don't want to put black down and then go over with white, you just want to put the white down. Then I went in and filled the whole area in with the black. And yeah, if you're going to recreate this, it kind of looks like it would be tricky, but it's not. You just have to be quite precise with your paints. Obviously a trial run would always help. And to do this, I am actually using a thin brush around like the circles and the edge, and then a larger brush, for the larger areas that need filling in. I just didn't want to smudge it, so that's why I used a more defined brush to fill it all in. And then I set it down with a black eyeshadow because this gel liner doesn't set on its own. Again, if you're using face paints, even better, marvellous, that would be a great idea. Then for the highlighty kind of areas, you definitely want to add these to the eyes, else you're just going to look like you have a flat black circle laying on your face. These are just going to make it kind of look a bit more 3D. And yeah, I don't know if I positioned mine quite correctly. Maybe they should have been a bit closer to the center, but I definitely think that you need these. So I just went in and filled it in with a white kind of jumbo pencil that you use on your eyes, and then I set it down with a white eyeshadow on top, and try not to get it smudged into the black. Maybe do this bit before you put on the black, because else the two are gonna mush together and you're gonna end up with an awful grey. And then I added these sort of wrinkle lines, because if not it just looked so flat and boring, and I just kind of went a bit around the eye like you would have a natural crease on your own eye. So you can look where I'm placing them. You don't want to have them all straight, like one straight line. You kind of want to make it look like you have 2 or 3 lines lying on your face. So yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing here. And yeah, I just used a grey eyeshadow for this, and a small but not very precise, just quite small brush for that. And then I define them a little bit more with a black, or with a precise brush, and I added little highlights between the wrinkles so they did look a bit more 3D, and I just put that between each of the dark lines so they look like they stand up on your face, if that makes any sense. I hope this is making sense. So then I went in and wiped off that bit of paint that shouldn't have been there. I was contemplating whether to put it there or not from the start, and I decided it looked better without it. And then I did go in and define it with black, and I blended that up into the contour area as well. And I don't know if you noticed, but on the neck I'm just keeping like a very thin neck, because that's how aliens seem to be portrayed anyway. So that's basically it. And oh yeah, I did do my lips, and I just used a dark red and made them quite narrow and pointy. So that's everything for the look.